Hi folks, I'm super excited as Windows 365 Boot and Switch are now available in GA. As this is great news, we also added lots of great improvements, and you will learn it all from the product leaders itself. So let's get started. Hi folks, I'm super excited to share that this episode is all about Windows 365 Boot and Switch, which are now available in GA. And also, support for Windows 365 Frontline is now part of Windows 365 Boot. So I'm super excited about that. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe on our Windows IT Pro YouTube channel to stay up to date about all the latest and greatest news of Windows in the cloud and Windows 365. So with that, I'm super excited, as I said before, to introduce our guests. And this is a special episode to me as well, because the folks here that you see are the folks that I worked a lot with over the last 2 years. And it's just great to be here and celebrate this GA moment. So hi, folks. Welcome on the Windows in the Cloud show. And let's go first with Amrita. Amrita, how are you? And I know you're live from India, dialing in here. How are you? And what are you doing as part of Microsoft?
I'm doing great. Hi everyone, I'm Amrita Raut. I'm Group Product Manager on Windows Shell. I've now spent 15 years in the company. I joined straight out of college and I've done stints with Microsoft IT, Office, OneNote, and most recently in Windows. As you can see, I really love this company and specifically I love working with these talented group of individuals and most importantly, lovely human beings at Windows Cloud Experiences team.
It's amazing. And I'm really glad to have you here. It's the first time you're on the show. So lots of team members have joined. So really looking forward to the chat with you and the cool demos you have prepared as well to show. Phil, I know you, of course, very well. Can you share a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, hey everyone, this is Phil Garrity. I work very closely with Christiaan on all of the end user experiences for Windows 365 and for AVD. I lead that team as part of the Windows Cloud Experiences organization at Microsoft. So glad to be here today. These are some of my close friends that I get to work with very often, and looking forward to sharing a few of our favorite new features with all of you.
Here, thanks. Great to have you as well. And Sam, reoccurring guest from the previous Frontline episode as well. Great to have you back and going a little bit deeper in what we did so far in terms of improvements in the next couple of minutes as part of this episode. Can you share a little bit what your role is again?
Thanks, Christiaan. Yeah, so Sam Tolmont. I'm a principal PM lead on the Windows 365 and AVD team. As you mentioned, I've been here on this show before talking about Frontline, so I work on Frontline. I also work a lot on management features in IT administration, so really excited to be here again.
Thanks, Sam. So great to have you, as I said before. Before we start, I also want to share that we just got announced as leader in the new Gartner Magic Quadrant for Desktop as a Service for this year, 2023. So super excited and great representation, and really honored of that position, of course, too, being part of this team, and the folks here on this call as well contributed to that, because the features that you will learn about in this episode have contributed as one of the reasons us showing up as that leading position. So let's jump a little bit into the vision of Windows 365 and Windows coming closer together. What is the reason behind these features, boot and switch, for example? So Rita, can you share a little bit more and go deeper there?
Absolutely, love to. With Windows and Windows 365 coming together, our vision is to bring the best of hybrid personal productivity to every Windows user by delivering immersive and native integrations that blur the boundaries between cloud and client while leveraging the best of both.
Thanks, Amrita. And super excited vision, and really a game changer on how this product works in reflection to other technologies in market. But now I'm really ready to kind of jump into the demos and show the end user experience to our audience. So Amrita, can you show how Windows 365 Switch works?
Christiaan, I can't wait. Customers who are seeing a lot of value in Switch, for instance, are information workers such as developers, consultants, and data analysts who bring their own devices for work, or use corporate provided personal devices to log in and work remotely. They care about segregating their digital life clearly, where they use Windows 365 Cloud PC for work and their local Windows device for their personal use cases. Another such scenario is consultants who use Windows 365 to do their client projects from their company provided laptop. Let me show you a quick demo. Christiaan opens the task view on Windows taskbar, clicks the Cloud PC icon. You can see that the Cloud PC is now loading. We are almost there. He goes into the Cloud PC, opens Excel, and does his data analysis on a large data set in Excel. When he's done, he uses 4-finger swipe gesture to come back to his local device and then resumes playing Age of Empire with his friends. This feature can be invoked through mouse, keyboard, through the task view control, and you can use the 4-finger swipe gesture also to interact with task view.
Thanks, Amrita. That was super exciting. I never have seen a smoother experience to switch between your local PC and your cloud PC with just 4 fingers or the short keys, or just, of course, using the shell integration we built. It's really a game changer to have your PC like sitting next to you while leveraging cloud computing with Windows 365. So the opportunities here are limitless, and contractors bring your own devices are definitely that sweet spot of use case we see of this feature landing in making the end user experience more convenient versus like how they have been using technology previously. So thanks for sharing. But talking about cool, Windows 365 boot is changing the experience even more and goes from the logon screen straight into your cloud PC. Like every day you log on to Windows locally, now it goes straight into your cloud PC. So Phil, I know you prepared some cool demos. Can you go a little bit deeper there, what it's all about?
Sure. Yeah. Well, what we were trying to do with the boot to cloud feature was, as you said, really blur the lines. So ideally, this is a feature where when you're booting into the cloud, you don't know as a user that the experience is a cloud-based desktop. You're logging in and going straight into the machine just like you normally would. Here's a login experience where I'm going to come to a login screen as I normally would. This might be a shared machine, hot desk situation, call center, and I'm logging into this maybe for the first time. I'm just going to put my username and password in like I normally would if this was my full-time computer, and it's going to open up a cloud desktop experience that's personalized for me. It's that same desktop that I might have used just a few minutes before on a completely different machine. And, I can get my work done. I can do my shift if I'm a shift worker in a call center. And then as soon as I log out of this machine, it's going to go right back to the state that it was in when I sat down and logged into it. Yeah, so this is a great experience for our customers to be able to provide end users with a personalized experience when they log into those devices, and then share those devices with many other users who might be moving in and out of that same space.
That's great. Thanks, Phil. And I know we recently did some improvements on boot as well to make Bluetooth pairing of devices easier too. So can you show a little bit of that new stuff to the audience as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. We got some feedback from customers that Bluetooth devices were going to be important. The types of the devices that you're going to use in our customers' environments might be keyboard, mouse, headsets. So I've got a demo here that's showing that when somebody is needing to interact with those local devices, they'll actually see that they can open their local PC settings, which pops a settings screen where they can pair Bluetooth devices just as they normally would. And this is going to the local PCs settings and enabling those local device settings to be redirected into the Cloud PC. So once that's all set up, you just exit out of the Bluetooth settings. You're back into your Cloud PC environment. And then once that user is ready to log off, they're just going to go ahead and log out of their session, and it's ready for the next person to log in.
Thanks, Phil. And this is really where Windows 365 boot plus now Frontline support really shines as well as a better together solution because it's focused on frontline use cases, so shared PC scenarios, shift workers, and Sam is here as product owner to take you a little bit on a journey on why and what Windows 365 Frontline is. So Sam, can you give a quick intro here.
Thank you, Christiaan. As Christiaan said, this is a really great offering that comes together with Boot for a great story. So Windows 365 Frontline is targeted for part-time shift workers and has been created as a new offering of Windows 365 where companies can have a much more economic way to scale access to their users. So with one license, they can provide up to 3 Cloud PCs and end up essentially paying just for the maximum users that are on. And for a lot of customers who have shift or part-time workers or frontline workers on shared devices, this makes Windows 365 way more accessible for their users and hopefully allows them to use Windows 365 Boot and Frontline together, which we'll talk about a little bit more in a sec.
Yeah, thanks, Simon. Can you explain a little bit what we explicitly created for Boot for frontline support? So will there be notifications in the logon screen, for example, for the next shift worker to log on?
Yeah, so one of the key concepts of Windows 365 Frontline is the way we actually make it possible to give more Cloud PCs and scale up the users is that we turn on the Cloud PC or we power it on when the user is actually using their Cloud PC for the shift, and then we power it off afterwards so the company can give more access to Cloud PCs. And so one of the things that we work together very closely on is how to make sure that the boot experience for the users who are starting their shift in the beginning is actually smooth as their Cloud PC power on. So we added a lot of really great screens to kind of make that experience smooth and enable that. And that was something that we immediately heard a lot of feedback from customers about the desire to use Boot with Windows 365 Frontline as they were testing in the preview. So we're excited to have added that. But from an experience point of view, it should be absolutely the same. So really the key piece here was doing that work to make a really smooth experience for the customer.
Yeah, that's great. And can you share a little bit, like a sneak peek on what's coming next and what are we doing to speed, for example, the logon duration up to a lower amount and things like that?
As you know, we GA'd in July. So we've got a lot of customers who are excited about experience like Boot. They want to say, hey, I've got devices in my organization, whether it's a hospitality organization that has a lot of staff and they want to take their existing devices and now give them with Boot and Frontline access to their work duration during the shift. Healthcare workers who have kiosk devices and they want to now turn them into a personalized experience for their healthcare workers. So a huge part of what we've been focused on from an end user experience point of view is improving that first logon experience for the user as their Cloud PC powers on. And so over the next few months, you'll see some really cool improvements in that login time. What we're doing is we're working on an algorithm that allows us to predict those shift patterns and so power on the Cloud PC prior to the user starting so that we can kind of improve that first logon experience. And then typically once the user is on for their shift, their Cloud PC is on. So anytime they want to come back or step away and come back, they shouldn't see any increased logon time there.
Yeah, that's real innovation there, and I really love it how we take the end user experience on like the Windows logon screen, so in the Cloud PC, and as well optimize our service to be compelling and aligning with the needs for like frontline worker use cases. I cannot remember in like virtualization spaces that have happened before with that personal Windows experience attached to it. So really cool technology your team is building here. So awesome demos and great stuff here, but what can people do to learn more, like kick the tires with Switch, Boot, and things like that? Phil, can you share some links perhaps where people can go to learn more and implement those solutions now they are in GA available?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a couple links that you'll see at the bottom of the screen to help you learn more about Boot, Switch, how to implement both of these, and feel free to reach out to us if you have any more questions.
That are great links, Phil, and definitely helps customers to kick the tires and ramp up fast with these amazing features. They've been designed with simplicity in mind, so they are very easy to implement as well, just to highlight. So if people want to provide feedback, for example, or want to stay in touch with you, Amrita, how can people follow you on, for example, LinkedIn?
Yeah, you can hit me up on my social media handles by the name of Amrita Raut on LinkedIn as well as Twitter.
And you, Phil, how can people stay in touch with you?
Yeah, same here. I'm at Phil Garrity on Twitter and Philip Garrity on LinkedIn.
Okay, well, and last but not least, Sam, how can people stay in touch with you?
Same thing. I'm on LinkedIn, Sam Philemont. You can find me on LinkedIn or Twitter. Looking forward to staying in touch.
Awesome. So really thank you for hopping on. I know it's a busy schedule, so really appreciate your making time to hop on this cool episode about really the future of Windows and Windows 365 coming together. So with that, I also want to thank you, the audience, for watching again, or maybe as a reoccurring guest. So really thank you for watching, and go to windowsinthecloud.com to check all the latest updates as well as previous episodes to stay up to date about Windows in the Cloud and Windows 365. So thanks for watching and hope to see you at the next episode.